know that all of the organs can hold negative emotions? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joan Brown. I'm a Shaolin Qigong instructor, Tai Chi Chuan instructor, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life teacher, and a former psychiatric nurse. I mainly teach Qigong though. Now, not a lot of people know that a lot of negative emotions can get stuck in the different organs. So in the lungs, we have grief, sadness and depression. That's what gets stuck here. The liver holds anger, the stomach holds anxiety and dread, and the spleen holds worry, the kidneys hold fear. So you can imagine all of those negative emotions can cause a lot of issues on the physical part of those organs. Now, going back to the lungs for grief, sadness and depression. So if you're holding on, what happens is we cling on to those emotions, and all those emotions are fine once we let them go. It's okay to be sad and to grieve. We need that process to go through. But when we hold on to something for too long, that's when it causes problems in the organs. And I remember one time when I was teaching in Macroom, there was a pharmacist in the class, and she mentioned when I came to this part of the class that it was interesting because she noticed people who had had a family bereavement or bereavement of a loved one often came in for antibiotics for chest infections. So you see, it was holding on in the lungs. In the liver holds anger. Now, if you can at all, forgive. Okay, forgiveness is really, really important. Very, very hard to do. I'm not saying it's easy to do, but I'm actually saying that it's important to do. So it's not that you're condoning the action, it's actually you're setting yourself free from it. You're cutting that energy that's connecting you still to that event or to that person. So as best you can, forgive. Otherwise, anger just holds on in the liver, and that's not so good for us. In the stomach, we have anxiety and dread, and I think we all know that feeling of being anxious or of dreading something. Again, they're okay once they're not long term, and we hold on to it, we cling on to that negative emotion. The spleen holds worry. Now, in first year, which is a long, long time ago, we had a lovely nun called Sister Leela. And Sister Leela used to tell us that worry was like a rocking horse. It kept on going and got you nowhere. So she was dead right. Worry, if you can do something about it, do. If you can't, don't worry. There's no point. It just doesn't get you anywhere. You'll only feel tired, and it wastes a lot of energy. You just waste so much energy with all the worry, worry, worry. And for the kidneys, it's fear. Now, I think at the moment the world is just full of fear and anger. And of course, the world is full of joy as well. It depends on which part you want to look at. So to get rid of fear, we work on the kidneys. And the kidney system would also include the adrenals. And when we're very stressed, they get really burned out. So when we do Qigong practice on the kidneys, we're working on the whole system, which also helps the adrenals if they're very weak from being stressed. So many people are very, very stressed as well. So that's where all those emotions lodge. Grief, sadness, depression. Depression is actually also like a breaking down of the spirit, like the spirit is broken. The liver holds anger, the stomach holds anxiety and dread, the spleen holds worry, and the kidneys hold fear. So there are your organs. Actually, I remember, oh, that's a good few years ago now. I haven't been teaching regularly for a while because I was taking care of my mom. I was a carer for her for 6 years. But so before that, I had a girl come to me and she had a lot of anger. So when she was in chi flow, my goodness, she screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed. And afterwards, she came in so pale, but afterwards, her colour was just perfect. And it just released, the chi flow released so much of a blockage that she was holding onto. So you see, holding on to those negative emotions is not good for us. And we don't know how to release them in a safe way. That's what can happen. Now, if you watch a 2-year-old, a 2-year-old will cry, they'll fall maybe, and they'll cry, they get up, we comfort them, they're gone on to something else, they may be angry the next time. They go through all those emotions probably every single day, many times a day for a lot of them. We fall, we cry, we tell our friends, we probably put it on social media, so we hold on to it so much. And for ourselves, for the best thing for ourselves is to let them go if we can. And Qigong is one good way of helping us to not let them build up, because every time you practice, you're cleansing out any negative emotions that may be there. It can be there from past lives, it can be there from this lifetime, even everyday stuff. Thank you for watching, and if you want to like or subscribe or to comment, please keep the comments respectful. In the Shaolin arts, respect to the master is very, very important. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have lots of sudden joys this week.